Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach and I'm in bug land this morning. I got a bug in rocks that I found myself yesterday. I'll explain why in a moment. But yeah, I have a bug and I need to fix it. I now have static cast 0.2.0 pre 1 or whatever I give the name of it. That's now up in NuGet, and I need to do stuff with generics just to make sure that all works, and refs and outs and all that other stuff. But for now, it's, you know, the experiment I think is done and it works just like I think it should. And you know, we'll leave it there for now. There's some stuff I want to do with other projects, editor, config generator, you know, other things that just they fall by the wayside, and I love it because I have all these projects that I can just keep bouncing back and forth on and trying different things and updating them and blah blah blah. So let's get into this one. So this is cannot mock protected methods. So the problem that's going on here is, if you look at the example, and I'll have the link up in the description, but if you look at the example here, the documentation or the statement, whatever you want to call it, it's a Saturday morning. I got things to do again this weekend, but you know, hope to get some episodes recorded this weekend as well. And yeah, so it's just, I'm drinking my first cup of coffee. I'm revving up, but then I gotta go get groceries and then do some self-defense. And then my wife and I are going out to dinner and going to see Doctor Strange tonight. So fun Saturday, good Saturday. All right, here's the bug. So you can see here, I'm trying to mock HTTP message handler. And this actually came up at work yesterday. We at Rocket use MOQ, which is fine. That's perfectly acceptable. Like I said, I didn't make this framework because I wanted to usurp, or that's not even the right word, is it? Upsert? Whatever. Take over mock and substitute. That was never the intention. Though if people want to use it more, that's great. I think it's a good library, but apparently it's not, because this stuff doesn't work. So I had a case where I needed to mock HTTP client, which I hadn't done in a while. I had to look it up, but you do it through this message handler. It works with MOQ, but you have to put it in protected mode. There's like a protected extension, and then you have to say the name of the member by a string, and it feels kind of squirrely. It doesn't feel right. And it does work, but I'm thinking, well, Rock should just do this. And so I just created a little console app myself just to say, hey, yeah, I can do this. And then I went, oh crap, this doesn't work. For one thing, it doesn't find the send async method, which is protected. I think it's abstract, but it's either abstract or virtual. Either way, mock should, or Rock should definitely let you do that. And it's even worse because, yeah, it has to be abstract, because the resultant code in the source generator doesn't even compile. It doesn't even work because it doesn't pick up on the fact that it has to implement send async. So, oops, that's a big bug. I thought I had handled this, no pun intended. I thought I had put in there to say, find all the methods that do this, but apparently I don't. I have a big boo-boo. So we need to fix this. And by we, I mean me. So I've already made a branch. I've already got that. And then I have to remember to pull in these changes into my, I think that's one of the next things I want to do too, is get back to C#11 features in Rocks and just go absolutely to town, because that static abstract members thing, that's got to have a solution one way or another. We can't ignore that. So I'd love to change a lot of stuff over to being the new string literals, but that's not like a required thing to do. It's just, you know, wait, why am I in preview? I mean, it's nothing against preview, but why am I in preview? I thought I'd pick just 2022 straight up. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I say that now, and then something's gonna happen while I'm making these changes, and it's gonna make it like specific or something. I don't know. Anyway, okay. So the first thing is, what do? We write a test. Actually, my team lead was fixing a bug with something we do and did a PR, and I noticed I don't see a test for, because you're fixing a bug. So we should have had a test in place to say, well, this isn't working. And then when you fix it, then it should work. And she replied, I just discovered we don't have any tests around this. And I'm like, well, it doesn't surprise me. This is stuff that's been around for years, and it's basically a whole new team, and we're trying, picking this all up and improving it. So it kind of is what it is, and we just have to make the best of it. But that's the mantra to just get in, is we should have been writing a test in the first place to make sure that the bug is actually reproducible. So that's what I want to do here first. Okay. So generators, do we have class create generator test virtuals with implementation generator test? Do you want to make a new one? Yeah. Non-public members generator test. Naming is hard. Naming is hard. Generator tests. And this would also have to be for a make as well, because a make would have I think almost the same exact problem. So we have to make sure that we're doing this for both a make and a create. Yeah, get that out of the way. Come on. Come on, was this amateur hour here? Come on. Well, maybe. So, public static class. Okay. So we want test, which public static. Let's pull in something that we've already done. Yeah, I'm already looking at this going, oh my God, I would so much love to have the string literals here. You know what I mean? It would just be so much. Wow, that's such a, I don't really, oh, let's do an interface. Do I have an interface? Because an interface usually only has property and init. Yeah, these are smaller. These are smaller. Okay. Public static async task. We have generate with, oh crap. Yeah, I'm actually going to have to use a class because I need to use an abstract member. Interfaces do have protected members, but generate with protected. Let's say, because we want to do, yeah, create with protected. This all is good though. We need to do is protected virtual method. Async, because of course. And then we're eventually going to want to have a create with protected abstract. I don't know if this is going to be really necessary to do that, but then we're also going to want, why are you, oh, shut up. Shut up. We'll get there. Okay. So just pull that. Actually, we want to do the abstract one first, because that's the one that's actually killing us right now. So what do we want? We want a abstract class test. Okay. And we just want a public. I'm not worried about that it will actually generate the right thing. It's finding it is the problem right now. Public abstract void find me. Okay. And then we want a create test. Okay. So yeah, this is probably not, because this is just doing a make. We want to create. Yeah. 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 Let's do that. I'm going to do that. And then you don't know what a diagnostic is? You do now. Test rock create. Oh God. Create. Okay. So create expectations of, no. not iTest. iTest should just be test. There. Okay, we don't have any properties. We don't have any getters. Yeah, this is all going to be wrong. I mean, it just is. So it is what it is. We eventually want it to be something like, we're going to have equals get hash code toString. And then we want foo. Wait, where is the dictionary of? Okay. We'll probably have the spacing all wrong and everything, but what we want this to be is a, well, okay, this is interesting. It's protected in the base class, which means this would probably also be protected. Like if I, okay, let's pull this out. Oh, yeah, we need to make this protected. Do what you're trying to test, Jason. Jeez. Okay, so we need sharp lab IO up here. Do this. Okay. And then we need a public seal class derived test, which goes from test. And you're like, what are you doing? You're not doing the right thing here. Yeah, implement it. So that's what we want. We want it to basically be protected override. Foo. Okay. And it would be find me. Okay. Because you may not be able to call this, but you may be giving this mock to something that eventually would call into this protected member, just like we're running into with HTTP message handler. Okay. So yeah. And this is good because we've got the base in here, and that's what we're going to want as well, is that it needs to call the base. There should also, yeah, we definitely need the rock test expectations. Yes, it's going to have to be able to create a instance of this. So we're already handling that if it's public protected, all those other things. But if it has a protected constructor, do we actually have a test for that? I don't know. Do we do we have tests for that? Class constructor tests. Anything with protected? Oh, we do. No parameters in protected constructor. So we are able to do it. Yeah, so if I F12 into this, no, F12 into that, we end up having a, yeah, base. We end up very able to call it. Yeah, so we already got that case handled. No need to try to retest what we already have. Okay. So yeah, the more I get back into rocks, I'm like, wow, doing the C# 11 updates, I have the feeling that's going to potentially bust a lot of things. Maybe not. It may not, because a lot of it has to do with like the static stuff. Focus, Jason. Focus. Okay. So we got that. Now I think we're at a point where we can just say, like, try to run this. What did you just do? What the heck did you just do? I said, I meant to say run the test. And it should break. And all likely, I mean, there's no way this is going to succeed. So, oh, you're going to complain. Yeah, you're going to complain because these are all giving you fits, aren't they? And then that. There. Okay. Now run it. I hope the way it fails is that it fails with a diff. Not anything like it didn't actually even create the file. It should be test rock create. It fails. But we want it to be failing with a diff. Oh, it didn't even do that. Oh boy. Are we in? Nope. Debug. Okay, I had to run and get some more coffee and do some stuff real quick. So where was I? Oh yeah, the test didn't actually even generate any files. Oh, I know why, because it thinks it doesn't have anything to, no. It should still find that there is equals and get hash code and those other things. So what's tripping this up? Like it, when I used it for the HTTP message handler, it still built something. It didn't fail that way. So it should still, why does it keep bringing up diagnostic tools? I don't want you. Yeah, I know. Ugh. Okay. I'm going to dig deeper. So this is an abstract void. It should definitely find it. Maybe that's the problem is, no, we have abstract members. Yeah, we have abstract class constructor, events, prop method. You know, we have tests here that clearly show that we are doing stuff with a abstract member. So, but they're public. No, it still doesn't make sense. It should still find this. It should still find this. Why is it not finding it? To the debugger we go. Okay, so where would we want to start? Create. Because we want to mock information. Where's mock information? So validate. This is where we get the mockable methods, right? Is that an extension? Yeah, it is, because we use that for both, I think. Because in both cases of a make or create, you still need the same set in both cases. So, okay. It's amazing when you don't do something for a while. It's like, you built this, shouldn't you know this? This is thousands of lines of code. I don't remember this crap. So we should end up in here. At least we should be in here. Okay. And we do. We'll at least get there. Okay. What's the hierarchy type it found? Oh, is it doing this weird thing where it has to actually evaluate the... I don't know why it does this. Just let me read stuff. Oh my God. Why? It was doing this before in a previous episode. I'm like, why are you doing this? Just... It makes the debugging experience completely, like, not helpful at all whatsoever. I don't know what it's... Wait. Why would I... You get the self type, you insert it, but then you insert object. So you're going to get object first. Okay, that makes sense. Had to just think about that for a while. So then let's put a breakpoint here because we're going to end up back here again. It's have to take a daily expression. That's just awful. So now we have the hierarchy type should be test. And we don't find anything. So it's this thing. So we get all the members of a method symbol where method kind is ordinary and can be referenced by name. That should all be good. And the declared accessibility is public and static or can be seen by containing assembly. Nope. Nope. Unless this handles that. This is... Okay, this is... Yeah, okay. These are actually taking in a method, right? Yes. So saying if the method is protected, which it is, it should be seen then. If its declared accessibility is protected. Only if it's internal or protected in internal do we have to actually see the containing assembly. The self-containing assembly is equals the assembly that's invoking it or exposes internals to, and that's another extension method that we have. But it should have found it. It can't be seen by it. It's declared. See, this is weird. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's a problem. That's what we call in the industry a problem. That right there, folks, is what's called a glaring problem. We check to see can it be seen by the containing assembly, but that in and of itself is saying, well, if your accessibility is public, then true, you can see it. But we also, so we have the right code here. What we need to do is take this off, I believe, and just say, hey, it shouldn't be static. Now, as a side note, we know we're going to have to fix that too, because things can be static. So, yeah. Is it abstract or is it override or is it virtual? If the self isn't a record. Okay. So I think this is where a little bit of delicate surgery is going to come into play here. But I think what we can do is just say, take this off. Okay. Because we don't do that up here with interfaces, though interfaces we've always assumed are always public, and that's not true. Oh boy. So we got mockable methods, we've got mockable constructors. Why? This is a method symbol. Why wouldn't we be just saying can be seen by containing assembly here, right? Why would we not? Yeah. Sorry, I'm changing too much. I'm doing the wrong thing here, but I just saw them like, why would you not use the extension method? Okay. These are mockable events. If the type kind is here, else. Yeah, here we didn't even check on the events. Methods we just changed. What about properties? Declare accessibility is public. And yeah. But we do this right here, so we don't need to do this. Now, of course, I don't know how much I've just broken. But I'm going to shut down and start up again because I want to at least go through everything. This should not have broken anything for the most part, unless there was now a subtle bug that this is now going to expose things from base classes that we did not expect. But let's just shut down, start up again, and let's see what I did break. We just opened up a whole can of worms. Oh God. Oh God. I think we're now finding things on records that exist because we're getting these errors now that have to do primarily just with, like, if I go to errors here, because I reloaded, rebuilt. There's only 8, but they're all on records, and they're all because there are these things on records like print members, a quality contract, that are protected, but we're emitting them as public. So we can't do that. We can only keep them as being protected. You can't change this to public. And that's what we're doing. We're assuming that's always going to be public, but we can't do that. Okay. And this actually leads to the point that we should be saying it's protected. We should honor the current, like if I said an internal virtual void foo here, if I say override foo, it's internal, but I can't just make this public. Yeah, you can't change the accessibility of the modifier. So that's something that's going to have to change. I'm getting near 30 minutes, so I think this is a good place to stop. This is called what? Rock My Record. Yeah. My record. There should be my record here. Okay, that's a record. So if we do this and we just pull this up here real quick, what we should see in the generated C# is, yeah, it's actually, you see there's an equality contract virtual here. The foo's there and there's a string, but there's protected. So these things got to get fixed. Okay. But actually by fixing this, that might in turn fix the test that we just made. So we might be close. Maybe. I don't know. We're going to find out. But that's going to be done in the next episode because I got other stuff to do. So thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.